Okay, this is a P5 electrical system questions. Okay, it says that Edison designed a circuit to show that the toilet is occupied when the door is locked as shown. Okay, most of this can be seen in the shopping malls in Singapore, like somebody using especially the handicapped toilet outside, right? When it close the door, it will cause a closed circuit and it will light up the indicator. And also you notice if you take the maybe flights, in the plane, right? So without walking to the toilet there, you will know if the whether the toilet there's somebody there because once they close the door, there's a metal piece that connects it to a closed circuit. Okay, this is a metal latch here. Actually, this sort of switch we call a knife switch, Knife, knife, because it's like a knife, like chopping down. So this part is open. So when it is being pressed down, it will form a closed circuit. So they ask you to complete the circuit diagram to show how the two light indicators should be connected for them to light up. Okay. And you notice before you answer this question, you look at part B. Okay, part B actually there's a requirement. They ask you to state a disadvantage, right? Of having the bulbs connected in this way. Okay, for this circuit diagram, there are two possible answers. I show you the first possible answer given by the school. So the first possible answer, I would like you to learn this method. So this is a bulb, right? So the bulb has two polarity, positive and negative. Okay. So I like you to like write down this thing on your diagram there, one positive, one negative. Okay. So you will notice the bulb has two parts, the metal casing and the metal tip. So you must remember that the metal tip, right, which I use this part, maybe I use a red color, this part to indicate the metal tip here. You will notice you follow the wire, right, it will connect to either the minus or the plus. So for the benefits of this exercise, you can see this part. I use a light orange color. So this part, right, you will see this part. Okay, then this one will join here, right? We'll continue here, go up this part. Okay, imagine this is already down. So it will connect to the plus. Can you see? So the metal tip is connected to the positive side. And then the other one, the metal casing, you see this part, right? You follow here, go up. It's connected to the negative. So from here, okay, can you see this part? Yeah. Okay, I'm teaching you this technique because to teach you how to self-check. Okay. To self-check means whether you connected the circuit diagram correctly. So this is the skill. The examiner will check the first thing. If both the metal tips of both bulbs are connected to the same polarity. So here is yes. Okay, so I already passed the test. Yes. Okay, my internet connectivity a bit slow. I'm not sure why. It shows some indication here. And also the other side, the metal casing, this part is connected to the same polarity. So it passed the test. So now if you see in this part, right, these two bulbs are actually connected in parallel. Okay, why is it in parallel? Do the second test. Supposedly, if this bulb fuses, right, you can see the other bulb, the circuit is still closed. Can you see this part? It's still closed. You can still follow the current. Then I erase this one. That's the other bulb. Okay, if this bulb fuses, right? If this bulb fuses, you can see here this one. It can also complete the circuit this way. Okay, maybe I just go through. You see, if that fuses, it can still go through here. Okay, you can bypass that. So in this connection, both bulbs are connected in parallel. Okay, in parallel. So you can also connect the bulb in series in another circuit diagram, which due to time constraint, I will not show here. I'll come back to the question. So the disadvantage, A lot of students, they can't understand why this advantage. Okay, because you see, when bulbs are connected in parallel, right, they will consume the power faster. Okay, they will consume the power faster. So the disadvantage is the batteries run out faster. Okay, this part. Okay, this part. The batteries will run out faster. So this is a disadvantage for parallel connection. Okay, the reason is very simple because if, as you know, right, bulbs connected in parallel, the light intensity is higher. So it uses more potential energy or chemical potential energy from the batteries. So the batteries will run out faster. Okay, you can also connect them in series. Okay, okay, in series, the same thing. That means these two bulbs, you have to redraw the circuit diagram using, yeah, maybe this one, the free one, to connect in series, which I show you maybe later due to the time constraint. Okay, part C. When installing the circuit, Edison noticed that some toilet doors latches were made of plastic. Okay, plastic is a insulator of electricity. So would the bulb light up? No. So there's a reason. So the reason is very simple. No, the bulbs will not light up because plastic is an electrical insulator, or you can say is a non-conductor of electricity. It forms an open circuit and electric current cannot go through. So this part, so you must state that the property of plastic, okay, property of plastic is a electrical insulator, or you can say non-conductor of electricity. Okay, another way is non-conductor of electricity. Okay. So you can use this term, non-conductors or insulator of electricity, both accepted. Non-conductor of electricity. Okay, so once again, we come back to this question. This is done already. And this is the circuit diagram. Okay, do take note, usually for PSLE, there'll be one question on circuit diagram, and the total marks is, in this case, is 4 marks, 4% out of the whole paper. So do take note, this is a P5 electrical system topic, and do learn it well for P5 student because next time or next year when you take PSLE, you'll be tested in circuit diagram drawing. Cheers.